What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? One of the things in life I can't stand most is a poor hustler. We got two dudes in Atlanta who carjacked a woman who was at a gas station. They're hiding out on the passenger side. They ducked down. The woman comes out, get in a car. One dude opens the door, hops in, put a gun to her head. The other guy comes around the driver's side, grabs her, drags her out of the car, forces her to the ground, gets in. Guess what they took? I'll give you a few minutes. That's time up. These clowns took 2 cell phones. That's it. They committed armed robbery for a grand total of 2 cell phones. These dumbasses, when they get caught, because they will get caught, going straight to jail and doing a minimum 10 years. Minimum for a couple of damn phones. Fam, it just tripped me out how dudes just be throwing their lives away. I mean, look, you ain't got no business carjacking, right? You ain't got no business messing with folks. People work hard for this stuff. That's why they'll kill you over it. But if you're gonna do something, how about pulling out a calculator and measuring the risk versus reward? How about that? Does that make sense? Like, okay, getting ready to carjack this woman. We're gonna traumatize her for life. We're gonna take 2 cell phones that's gonna be worth maybe $600-700 a piece, because after all, they're used. Even if it's an iPhone 12, it's used. So maybe $700-800, whatever. You end up in court. The judge going with the retail. The prosecutor gonna go with the retail price. So they're gonna get hit with felony charges. They're gonna spend 10 years. Let's say even if they did 5 years, and let's say round it off to $1,000. Each one of them walked away with $1,000 iPhone. When they get popped, first of all, they're gonna have to get those phones back up if they still have possession of them, right? But let's just say they sold the phones and made $1,000 a piece. That means if each one of them spent 5 years in prison, they made $200 a year still in those phones. Even if they did 1 year in prison, that's $1,000 a year, less than $100 a month for stealing a damn phone. And what if that chick would have been packing and would have come up off that ground and boom on their asses? Boom, boom. Now what? All for nothing. It's like, man, sometimes I just think that some of these dudes just really don't want to live. Let me tell you something, fam. I've been out there. I did my dirt. But I wanted to live. I always wanted to live. I was never indifferent about living. I wanted to live. Those fools have a death wish. And I'm still trying to make out the interview. Kind of confused as to why this woman said she was in fear for her life. Yet she did an on-camera interview with a local news station with half of her face showing. And she provided her name. And they publicly announced her name. That don't add up to me. You know, maybe she's tripping because she was traumatized. I don't know, but that's just, I don't know, that don't add up. Anyway, fam, we got to do better, man. Man, don't be a po hustler. That's all I can tell you. You know, get up off your ass and go get it. If you want something, man, work for what you want. You're going to enjoy it longer. You don't have to be always watching your back, walking around with your head on a swivel. You know, you can enjoy your stuff. You know, because when you do finally get something, especially if you work for it, you're not going to want nobody taking your stuff. Even if you don't work for it, you don't want somebody taking it. So imagine somebody who worked for that stuff, how they feel when somebody try to take what's theirs, what they worked for. Stop being so damn lazy, man. Go out and get, you know, it's a job out there for you. It's something out there for you to do legally. Get yourself some money. You may not get it all at once, but man, you know, before you can get to $1, you got to get a penny. You know, some of these dudes, man, I just be like, man, but the dude just snatched his brain out of his head before he walked out there in the street. I mean, what's going on, man? It's like, it just don't make sense. I'm like, damn, y'all don't like the ability to be mobile? Y'all don't like having both your legs, both your arms? Y'all don't like oxygen? Keep on. One thing for certain, a hard head make a soft ass. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Damn.